Hello and welcome to the Watering Hole. Thanks for checking out this clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that'll make the baby Jesus cry, and I know how much you guys love making the baby Jesus cry. Hello.
I'm trying to chew and swallow. I'm doing everything I can. I'm sorry. It's just it's in my mouth.
If that's what she said. Yeah, if only we had flesh cam for this. I feel like that would have been funnier.
It's I've never left a Chinese dish like this as full of the food in it when I'm done as I am right now, but I just literally ate the last couple meat chunks and nothing else in there is appealing. And normally I love stir-fried vegetables and rice and everything that's in here. But
it's hard to screw that up.
They did. The onions are still raw in a lot of places.
Ooh.
The red peppers look like mush. I think that they were just frozen red peppers that they just tossed in a pan and that's it. And the rice itself is white rice, but incredibly dry. Like the rice that you would use to make fried rice and would be really good for that, but it's just there on its own. So it's sad. I'm not eating any more of this. This makes me genuinely upset to know exists.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sorry that your food sucks.
I didn't know what the place was, and now I do, and it's just bad.
Mine too.
Yours too? Are you listening?
No, my food sucks.
Oh. Okay, yeah, no, she's not listening. She just heard me say, I'm sorry, your food sucks, and it took her a minute to say mine too. Because she is, I think I've mentioned this a couple times, but she's just been diagnosed as diabetic.
Oh.
And so she's just had a major diet shift. And she also, probably due to some neurospiciness, has an extreme aversion to basically all the vegetables. So her food is constricted to the less sugary fruits and meat. That's basically it.
Does she like Nutella?
Are you about to tell me that Nutella is good for people with diabetes when the first ingredient is sugar?
No, I'm going to tell you that there is a company called Chalk Zero that makes a sugar-free Nutella that is absolutely delicious. And it is exactly what I use when I'm getting sugar cravings because I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic 10 years ago. So I know what this diet shift looks like. I did it a decade ago.
Yeah, so John, 73 John, that's in my YouTube chat. So there it is. It says, as a neurospicy myself, I can confirm vegetables aren't food. Vegetables are what food eats. Now that said, I actually, we just acquired a Venus flytrap. So in that case, with the definition of vegetable being the flower, the leaf of the plant or whatever, this vegetable literally eats the food. If we consider like cricket flour to be foods.
But yeah, no, Chalk Zero makes marshmallows that are really good.
I'm assuming this is like CHOC zero.
Yeah,
not
CHOZ. CHOC.
CHOC, because you're saying that I'm hearing like CHALK, and I'm like, yep, chalk flavor tracks with like sugar replacement things.
No,
like that's
not like.
That's an unfortunate name for a company that is doing something that notoriously is rather chalk flavored.
Yeah, no, this stuff is one of their products in general are some of the few things I've had that are like as close to a one-to-one with the originals because they try not to use so they stay away from stevia is one of the big things because stevia tastes like ass garbage. I will die on the hill that stevia does not taste like sweet, it just tastes like horrid.
I think stevia is the one that she likes, actually.
That is
what's
unfortunate.
The other one? What's your sweetener that you like?
Stevia.
It is stevia. She likes stevia.
I cannot.
Well, then she's probably gonna hate your Chalk Zero crap.
You know what? I'm sending you an Amazon link anyway. Okay. Give it a shot. Tell me how the fuck it goes.
If it's available in Canada.
I will hope it is.
It was not, in fact, available in Canada.
Yeah, well, if it's not, then I'm going to be even more concerned for your health, because usually when there's a food item that's available in the States but not in Canada, it's because it's loaded up with crap that Health Canada just will not allow in food in Canada because it's so unhealthy.
Understandable. Also, if because diabetes stuff does mean that you have to increase your fiber intake, every serving of this stuff is 57% of your daily fiber. It's super high in fiber.
Okay.
But yeah,
Alrighty.
it's tasty.
I'm glad you think so.
Give it a shot yourself.
I will stick with my Nutella and potato chips.
Give it a try.
Not necessarily
yourself.
at the same time, but depending on the flavor of chips, that could be good.
Time.
Yeah, no, depending on the flavor of chip, that could absolutely be good. Okay. Starting off.
So what are we not covering?
What are we not covering? Alito's flag thing. I think I covered that by myself last week. It's escalating since then. He's now been caught with a Christian nationalist flag at his vacation home. So, like, not surprising to anyone that's been following Supreme Court stuff for years now, but it's just one of those, like, it's impossible to like. This is like the people that will say, "Oh no, Trump's not a racist because he never like said I hate N-words."
Meanwhile, everything,
but like everything he's done has indicated that he is in fact racist. So it's like even the people that would have that with like, "Oh no, our judge isn't a Christian nationalist," it's kind of hard to ignore it when he's flying a literal Christian nationalist flag. Like they're trying to say like, oh, this flag has a history going back to blah 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, okay, but who's using it today? It doesn't matter. Like, forget that. Let's pretend, yeah, sure, it does have a history that makes it mean something different in the past. Who's the group using the flag today? Christian nationalists. What was Sam Alito flying? The same flag as the Christian nationalists.
Yep.
It's a Christian nationalist flag at this point. Doesn't matter what it historically meant. And the same thing, like, and you could make that same argument with the Confederate flag. Oh yeah, no, maybe they, like historically it did represent a bunch of rebels or like insurrectionists who were fighting to preserve the institution of slavery. But today it just represents states' rights. And like, if that's actually
states' rights to what though?
I know, but like in the modern age it would be abortion or whatever. But like if they were actually consistent with that, that might be semi-valid. But they're not. They still see the Confederacy as like itself a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, no, if you'd actually divorced it from its previous meaning, symbols can change meaning. But they haven't. So it didn't. So there's that. I'm also not going to go over the Trump trial thing. Jury's set to begin deliberation now. It's kind of funny. The right wing is freaking out, and the latest freak out is nobody can even say what he's charged with. It's like, it's 34 felony counts, and they're all the same charge. It's called falsifying business records in the first degree. It's 34 charges of that.
So everybody can say what he's
yeah, everybody can
with.
say that. Yeah, and you can even go, like, when I Googled it so I could get the technical name of it, because I'm like, it's fraud, it's falsifying business records. Those are the things I know. Like, it amounts to fraud, and it's officially falsifying business records, where I'm like, okay, I want to get the actual legal jargon down. It's like, it's falsifying business records in the first degree is what it is. And when I Googled it to make sure I had it right, Yahoo has, like, there was a Yahoo article that just had a whole list of all 34 counts, and every single one is falsifying business records in the first degree. And then there's a little paragraph explaining why this one is a separate charge. So, yeah. That's what the charges are. And people are saying, like, oh, nobody can even say what the charges are. No, this is what the charges are. And if you want more details on each one of the 34 counts, go to the Yahoo article. It lists them out quite succinctly.
So is the other thing we're not covering Nick Fuentes being caught broadcasting porn?
I not covered that last week.
I not covered that last week?
I know. I was so mad that you weren't with me for that one.
I wish I was there because it was one of the videos. So it was one of the videos that I pulled stuff for that I wanted to cover myself, but then I was sick and I couldn't cover anything because what I wanted to do is I wanted to go through all of the times that he's been caught with this shit. Because this isn't the first time.
No, this is not the first time. This is the most egregious and obvious time, but there have been other times when it's like he just had a tab open that was very clearly gay porn.
Yeah, the tab one was he got somebody caught him watching. They had like a single frame and they reverse image searched that frame to figure out it was trans porn. And then before that, there was him going on a date with the Nazi cat boy, which everybody knows about at this point. So like this is. I wanted to go through and just be and title the episode something bombastic like the straightest straight man to ever not gaily choke on cock. Like
That would be amazing.
Something like that.
So Fennec says that man just needs to admit that he is a homosexual and he will feel so much better. Counterpoint, Fennec. I would like him to not feel good. So if he feels bad about this, I am happy that Nick Fuentes feels bad because he is a bad person who should feel bad.
Counterpoint. He actually feels better by denigrating people who are gay because one of the I am convinced to this day that half of this is that every single one of these assholes has a fucking shame fetish.
Yeah,
and by piloting or by parroting so hard,
it
by
could
doing
be because
everything they
you
can.
know what, that actually kind of tracks because like I'm a professional streamer. And we've all seen how much difficulty I have with technical bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I have never once accidentally displayed information on my screen that I would not want, or that I would be uncomfortable with the general public finding out about. It's not hard to do. You just don't have those things open and you double check that your stream is ended before you open them.
And you don't try to save an image live on stream while everybody's watching so they can see your image folder.
Yeah, like it is so easy to avoid getting caught with that sort of shit. So the fact that he is getting caught, yeah, that very strongly supports the humiliation fetish thing.
He desperately needs this to be a humiliating experience because
Duct Tape Jake
otherwise
says just don't have it open when streaming. Yeah. That's generally how I handle it. If there is a website that I know has sensitive information that I don't want the general public to see, I just don't even have that website open while I am streaming.
Yeah, like
because
look,
no good can come of that.
I have had the experience of my partner catching me while I'm watching porn, and luckily for me, that experience went, "Oh, what are you watching?" That's about what it was. Like, but for people like Fuentes, if that happened, it would take away all the magic. I guarantee you, it would take away all the magic from whatever the fuck they're into.
Dark Excalibur says, I think if we saw Rhino's Pornhub search history, he would own it and be zero shame. So this is... I actually am a little bit ashamed about it because I don't actually search for anything specific. I just do it like homepage... This is what they're showing.
Oh, do you just look at the homepage and go off with that?
Yeah. Okay. So I have created an account and I log in so that it remembers the ones that I click on, so it's more likely to show me stuff that I will enjoy.
Oh my god!
And I try very much to avoid the step sibling porn
that
because
always eats its way onto the page.
I fucking hate that. Like, I get it. They're appealing to the people with the incest kink, but they put the step in there so it doesn't turn off the people that don't have the incest kink too much. But I'm still just sick of it. Why does everything have to be step this and step that?
Help me, Step Rhino, I'm stuck.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of memes, do you want to see what your replacement was last week?
Sure.
This was your replacement.
Oh, I was just cats.
Yeah, all your Surus belong to Rhino.
So one of my mods actually stated that the sub versus dub conversation was won long ago, and it was won by Zero Wing.
I don't know what that means.
Zero Wing is the game that Cats is in, and it's a Japanese game. Which
I don't know what sub versus dub conversation is.
God fucking damn it! Okay,
I know what a sub is.
Okay,
Oh,
you're meaning a kinky
no.
sub.
Yes, okay, no, we're talking subtitles versus dubbing. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking different things.
Yes, I understand. We were talking about
porn,
we
were just talking about the Pornhub.
It would make perfect sense, but that's not what we're talking about. the joke, because explaining the joke makes it way funnier, apparently. The joke was that because that is a Japanese game that was translated poorly, and that's how the all your base are belong to us meme
Yeah.
came about in the first place. The game's called Zero Wing. It's the game that Cats is from. That the sub versus dub conversation was won in favor of dub because it gave us the meme Rhino.
I feel like that would be a point in favor of sub because
No,
without sub we wouldn't have the meme.
But the meme is a cultural icon.
Yes, so
and
so it's a
cultural
good thing.
icons are good.
Yeah, so sub.
So it's a point in favor of dub.
How is that a point in favor of dub? It was sub.
Because it was a fucked up dub.
Was it?
Yes.
Then why is it in text in all the memes? Thank you for your
Because
20-bit cheer, Morbid Palace.
So, God damn it. So when something is subbed, it is typically subbed well and professionally and officially. And the reason that the Cats meme even happened in the first place was because it was dubbed over with a robotic voice, and that's what created the meme.
I mean, okay, sure. Why not? Anyway, I actually, so we always get stuck on Has Been Hotel spin-off stuff. I have a new sound for my soundboard.
Mm-hmm.
What are we even talking about?
Have you seen the video where it's
I have seen that, yes. That's where I pulled that clip from because they pulled the music out of it.
Is the only thing she knows. She has no idea what the fuck's going on. Loot, why are you like this?
I did not find that video to be as amusing as many other people did.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's a bit of a meme, I decided I'd just roll with it.
Fair enough.
All right.
John Limbacher says Rhino needs to watch the best dub of all time. So you're gonna say Ghost Stories, right, John? Like, I'm assuming if you're saying best dub of all time, then Ghost Stories is what you're talking about. And if you say anything else, then I'm gonna be very upset.
No, it's clearly My Neighbor Totoro.
No.
The dub from the 1990s, not the dub from the early 2000s.
So, do you know?
See, I know some anime stuff.
Do you know the story behind the Ghost Stories dub?
I don't even know what the Ghost Stories is.
Okay, so yeah, John says, "Yep." Okay, cool. So John knows exactly what I'm talking about. So, Ghost Stories was an anime that bombed in Japan. It did fucking horribly. So badly that when they sent it off to a Canadian dubbing company to get it to the United States and other Western properties, they basically said, "Look, this fucking failed. So you guys can do whatever you want with it so long as you keep the plot the same." God fucking damn it, I hate myself. Morbid Palace, why?
Morbid Palace says 10 bits says I cannot deal. Ghost Stories is best.
Ghost Stories is amazing. So what they did is the dubbing company said, okay, so the anime sucks, the script sucks. We are going to basically do Shakespeare abridged, but in anime form. And it is, now granted, it is early 2000s.
Cyrus, I know you have more experience in this than I do. How does one get a job at an anime dubbing company?
You need to first be a voice actor.
And you need to have actor.
You need to have about 5 to 20. They're very vague on which number it is, but you have to have an amount of credits to your name that are official credits.
Does Zod's video count?
No, because it didn't count for me either.
God damn it, Zod, put your thing on IMDb.
Because I voiced for Zod too, and it didn't fucking help me either. But you have those credits, those official credits in typically indie projects, and then you send you basically send your social to SAG-AFTRA, the guild.
I have seen people get their YouTube videos listed on IMDb.
Yeah.
I have videos that are long enough to count as a movie on IMDb. Could I just like list my own shit and be like, these are my credits?
So what happens is you put in your social number, whatever they need it to be, basically. For me, it's my social security number. You give them your social security number and they run a background check on you, and they see if That literally, they do not tell you to list the credits. They just run the check, and then it automatically spits back whether or not you have enough. It just gives you a binary answer, yes or no. So my guess is between 5 and 20 credits on indie projects would be my guess. But that is what you need to basically go to the SAG-AFTRA Guild and get your name in with them. Once that happens, then you're able to actually apply to join the guild. Once you have joined the guild, then you can actually start working for a dubbing company. But you cannot work for a dubbing company, as far as I know, unless that company is either indie, like fully indie, or happens to have guild affiliation.
I feel like there's some indie Japanese dubbing stuff going on.
I mean,
there might be a lot of like groaning noises that I'd have to do for that.
It'd be so you'd think that, but I know that Dan Green, who worked for 4Kids and was the voice of Yami Yugi and regular Yugi, did have a credit in a porno where he said the lines in Yugi's voice, "Now cluck like a chicken." So chances are you actually still work for that.
So 10VP says, these streams have topics? To which I respond, I'm already done my first beer. We haven't even started the first news item. I have more news items than normal and more tweets than normal. And normally we've been going late recently, so this is going to be a really late one.
Tales of Atonement says, wait, Cirrus, are you SAG-AFTRA? No, I am not SAG-AFTRA affiliated yet, Tails. Otherwise, you would have had to sign a contract to get me on and gone through the guild. But I do not have
I would have to sign a contract to get you on my channel if you become a member of SAG-AFTRA?
No, because live streaming stuff is considered individual work. Okay. That is something that I'd be able to do as long as, it doesn't violate any contracts there. The things that you do have to sign for are when somebody is SAG affiliated, you have to sign for getting voice work from them. Either they have to voluntarily give their voice under contract, or you have to pay them guild rate for it, as opposed to like whatever rate you would normally negotiate, because that's one of the things they do is they are the union that tries to keep actors in their jobs and paid fairly.
Yeah, I support what they do. Because like everybody, when they hear professional actors, they picture the A-listers who are making millions of dollars for not doing much work, comparatively speaking. But the majority of, like, I forget where I read this from, so take it with a grain of salt, but the majority of actors working out of Hollywood make less than $10,000 a year in acting. So they have to have other jobs that supplement their income. Mm-hmm. So like that'll be all the extras. That'll be the people with like 1 or 2 lines in a movie.
Yeah, that's the stuff that I just finished doing all the voice work for the video game that I'm still under NDA about. But I just finished all the voice work for that. So that is my first, as far as I know, that will be my first official credit that I'm able to use, because I don't think I can use my work on Tales of Atonement, and I don't think I can use my work for Prophet of Zod for the purposes of SAG. I think they needed to be in like more official capacities, which sucks because it's the whole like, to get work you need to have a bunch of experience, but to get that experience you legally have to be working with the guild, but to be with the guild you have to have enough experience for the guild to bring you in. It's a nightmare. But I have been noting the steps that I've taken in regards to this to my stream, so they've been kind of a little bit in the loop with what's been going on. But again, like, some of the stuff that's been going on is me under NDA, not able to say shit.
Yeah, well, like, so this might be something we could talk about offline, but like I actually feel like I could do a decent job as a voice actor. Like, I would never I would never be an A-lister. I can't do voices. It's just me. But like, if you just need someone to be a person as like a minor character or whatever, like I feel like I could do a decent job with that. So like I wouldn't mind getting into that as like an alternate.
So voice acting isn't doing voices.
I am aware of that.
Yeah, there's plenty of like actually the guy we talked about, guy who voices Husk and also Arbiter and a bunch of other characters.
Yeah, he's got the same voice.
It's always his voice.
My partner and I were like watching a bunch of like 80s cartoon intros last night. Yeah, Fennec is saying Keith David. Yeah, so we were watching a bunch of like 80s cartoons intros last night for just nostalgia purposes or whatever. And I pulled up the intro to Gargoyles and I was like, oh my God, that's fucking Keith David.
Again, always, every time.
Like,
it's always
Keith David. And she's just like, who? I'm like, Keith David, the guy who plays Husker. Who's Husker? Because she's only seen Has Been Hotel once because she didn't hyper focus on it like I did.
Yeah. See, I've technically only seen it once, but I've also gone through the OST for it so many times that it's basically pounded into my head at this point.
What are we even talking about?
I loot. Raymond Bell says, "Slap, keep sub versus dub out of your freaking mouth." No, I will not. I will not keep sub versus dub out of my mouth. I have very strong opinions about this. I grew up in the 90s.
Okay. Let's get to some news.
Yay!
This one we're not covering for a lot, but it was sent to me by Mark Fernkopf. We talked about this a little while ago. There was the restaurant in Vegas that did the Bluey event where the guy dressed as Bluey was like he looked like the meme of like oh, let's go meet Bluey. Oh, we have Bluey at home, and
he looked like a FNAF reject.
Yeah. So I don't want to read the whole thing, but the restaurant was like, oh yeah, no, yeah, we're sorry about that. We're gonna do a makeup event to make it better, and like you can meet like an actual Bluey when you come back. Well, the BBC got a hold of this, and BBC owns the copyright to Bluey. So they said they sent a cease and desist letter along with a little lawsuit saying, so the order, which comes from Bluey's executive licenses BBC Studios, says the unauthorized event is likely to cause confusion and harm BBC Studios, Ludo Studios, and the Bluey franchise. Bluey Studios has learned from press reports that you held a prior Bluey Day event that descended into chaos with crying children and disappointed parents. I just love that that's part of the legal record of this.
This is now just part of the lore.
Like forever now, this restaurant will have a legal filing in its name that says that they had an event that descended into chaos with crying children and disappointed parents.
They are now forever known as the Bluey restaurant.
The Bluey restaurant that will make your children cry. Yes. So that's all I need to say about that, because it's funny. The nefarious name of doom just redeemed a hydrate. So thanks for that, and that is an awesome Twitch name. I love that one. I haven't seen you in my chat before, so welcome to my chat. Keep that mouth busy.
Hello and welcome to his channel. He's Vice Rhino there.
Someone redeemed a hat, so I'm gonna have to do the hat. Let's do wizard hat. Let's do wizard tonight.
Have you seen the
A wizard is never late, Frodo Baggins. Cirrus, however, is always late.
Yes, I wasn't late today though.
You ambled in 4 minutes before go time.
Yes, I did.
That's late.
I was busy helping Saki get rid of an ant mound.
I am someone who freaks out if I am not on track to be 15 minutes early for whatever I'm aiming to be at. So the idea that you... Oh.
Well, I'm sorry I can't be the platonic ideal of punctuality.
I got a hat that matches your slime.
Oh my god.
I forgot about this hat. This is not my hat. I am borrowing it from one of my partner's children.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think I like this better than the wizard hat, so we'll stick with this for now, because it matches you.
Masturbation is witchcraft. Then it's wizard time, motherfucker!
It's always wizard time. Diehard Anime Otaku says, can we send Rhino hats? I want to make him several knit hats. I feel like I need to put my P.O. Box address in the description on the watering hole. I don't think I've done that yet, but yeah.
Have you tried having a bot set up so that people can type in P.O. Box on your stream and it will automatically bring it up?
Okay, Cirrus, while you were streaming the other night, I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to, like, I'm trying to set up my bot to just, like, show the custom emojis that I have on my channel.
Yeah?
And I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to fucking do that. So, like, you might have seen me in your chat typing nonsense into the thing, like, trying to test whether certain commands would work. And Like, I don't know. I meant to message you about that so we could like, so you could like help me with that privately, but then I was just like, nah, I can just play with it now.
Jesus Christ.
And you want me to set up a custom thing to like,
It's not hard.
I know it's not hard, but I don't know how to do it. And there's no the only thing I found was like, oh, if you install this extension, then emojis that you've uploaded to this other third-party service will show up.
You don't need an extension.
That was the only thing that I saw when I Googled it. And they didn't even explain how to upload your emojis to the other third-party site, which, like, yeah, no, I can figure that shit out for myself as soon as I know what third-party site it is. But it's like, oh, we're going to show you how to integrate, like, something or other TV emojis to your Twitch stream. And, like, why would I want to do that? I just want to use the ones I have on Twitch.
You just type in the actual emojis into the
I
you're
did
using
that
Stream
and it
Elements.
didn't work.
Because you don't. Okay, so
It's with the
here's
colon,
problem.
right? I probably formatted it wrong, and it was just like one little tiny thing that I need to change, but I don't know what that one little tiny thing is, and nobody's
Is your
telling me.
Is your Stream Elements bot subscribed to your channel?
Oh, like it has to pay?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
So I need to pay myself through Stream Elements.
Yes. So this is the reason why
And
for
then
like
give Twitch a cut of it.
So this is why for Twitch partners, they actually give us three permanent things that we can divvy out. And I now granted, I say that I have a permanent sub I'm allowed to divvy out. You'll notice that mine fucks up a lot because I forgot to do this. I'm saying it's possible. I know how. My problem is laziness.
Yeah. Whatever. I'll figure it out at some point. Oh, my 3D printer is done.
Oh, you're using it again?
Yeah. Right now I'm doing science stuff with the kids. So I don't know if you saw. What's his face? Oh, he's that guy that like when I first saw him, he looks like Faces of Meth, but like after, but not like one of the really Steve Mold. That's the one. He looks like he does not look good, but his videos are great. And he did this thing where like he made these 3D printable models available to anyone. Where like if you put lighter fluid in them and then light them up, you get like a little flame that just runs through this track and does interesting things. And so that's what I'm printing now.
Interesting. I'm printing Pokeballs.
I'm gonna be printing a model of Scar from The Lion King so that one of my stepkids can paint it. Because
How big are you making the model?
I don't know. I haven't even decided which model I'm printing yet, but he is obsessed with The Lion King.
I remember that. I remember doing that.
Yeah.
I annoyed my parents so much by just constantly replaying the movie over and over and over again.
But he's got the he will watch the YouTube videos with the AI generated voice reading the friggin' family tree of everybody. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it.
Oh, he's into the deep lore shit.
Yes.
Oh.
He knows about the Lion Guard and how Scar got his scar and everything. Like, I don't know. He knows every fucking thing about that.
He has discovered fandom.
Yeah.
Oh, you've lost him.
And well, we had to draw a line with YouTube because he wanted to watch the one of those channels where it's just some kid playing with toys, and he wanted to watch that with Lion King toys. I was like, no, we are not. Like, no, you're not gonna watch a video of some kid playing with toys. Like, I have a hard enough time with the like content mill AI voice reading a script that was AI generated bullshit that he already watches with with regards to like you know when it's like it's playing clips of a TV show and it's just like very badly summarizing what's going on in the clip.
Here is the part in the
hate
movie.
Those things.
Here is the part in the movie where the man decided to do the thing.
Yeah. I fucking hate that. Those videos are the worst.
Yep. There is some AI generated bullshit slop though that I'm going to be introducing my chat to after we're done with our stuff tonight. That is actually the best stuff on the internet, I swear to God.
Well, that's fun.
It's going to be the one time that my chat goes, yeah, that's a good use of AI. My brain is Magic the Gathering poisoned. I heard which place you're allowed to buy your permanents from, and I'm like, ooh, buying permanents? That's a mechanic now?
Oh, I saw a post on Twitter from Retraction Watch today that they're talking about paper mills, which are like pay to publish journals. That like if you give them a certain amount of money, it doesn't matter how crappy your paper is, they'll publish it anyway. But the picture they chose for it was like of a paper mill making paper, and so like my brain was in the mind space of like making paper, and it was talking about how paper mills are operated like the mafia or mob or whatever. I'm like, really? The people that make paper that I might like print coloring pages for my kids on are like mafia owned things? Oh no, they're talking about scientific journals. Okay, that makes more sense. So yeah,
different kind.
So yeah,
completely different kind.
Okay, you're saying Elon Musk.
So recently, Elon Musk got in an argument with an actual scientist on Twitter.
Oh, which, yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Apparently, the dude that he got in an argument with is also kind of an asshole and not a person to celebrate generally. But the point is, the specific line that got me was Elon going, and what, quote, science have you done in the last 5 years? And the guy's just like, well, I've got about 80 papers that are completely attributed to me with lots of citations. Like these are mine and I published them. And then Elon tried to go like,
everyone was like,
those are
so
rookie
what?
numbers, basically. And I'm just like, Elon, you don't have any scientific
like
papers attributed to your name.
Any of those. You pay other people to do the science.
You have a patent in your name for a design for your vehicles you aren't even using. That's what you have. A patent. Singular. That you haven't done anything with. That's all he's got.
Freaking Elon. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I have no idea who that person was, but I did see that and I did giggle at it.
It is cathartic to watch that happen. You would think that every single stock associated with Elon would drop every single time one of those interactions happens.
You'd think, but capitalism's weird.
Yeah.
Jester, Lord of Fools, says, I dare you woo to woo, hit the button each applicable time. How many uwoos could Suwurus uwoo if a Suwurus could uwoo the most uwoo you? Okay, so I feel like
I'm going to be significantly closer to stabbing proximity to you.
I dare you
to
hit the button each applicable time. How many could Asurus Suwurus if a Su could the most edge? Did that satisfy you, Jester?
What are we even talking about?
We've lost Cirrus. I'll do the rest on my own. But hey, audience, while I have your attention, all by myself.
So I was thinking maybe you would want to do a sex with me.
Audience, all of you, all at once.
Because I'm having sex with everybody!
Why?
Because they're hot.
No, not why you're having sex with everyone. The answer to that is you're a whore.
Jester, Lord of Fools gave me $5. That's why. I will do anything for. I will do anything. I will do anything for $5 as long as the anything is something that humiliates Cirrus.
$5 is $5.
Jester, Lord of Fools sent a little happy dog sticker.
Jesus Christ.
10pp says, I'm ace too, but my wife might want to watch. Okay. Van Briggs says, I'm down to watch an orgy, but I won't be partaking. There we go. We've been floating the idea of an OnlyFans channel for the two of us. So it's an OnlyFans, but everybody who's watching gets to join in. Oh, the logistics in that would be a nightmare.
So it's a literal only fans. Only the fans are on display.
Joe Walsh says 168 heads in chat, not even 40 likes. I appreciate the enthusiasm. And I'm really bad at begging people to like and subscribe to my stuff, so I appreciate it when other people do it.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Vice Rhino channel. Please like and subscribe, and if you enjoy the content, make sure to send it to your best friend and family member as well. We make lots of sex jokes, which is entirely appropriate for when your grandma tunes into the show.
Someone clip that so I can put that in my main videos. Do it.
Welcome to the Vice Rhino channel, where he's too lazy to clip his guests doing anything at all.
I mean,
despite him not having to do the work in the first place. Somewhere
in my YouTube studio or Twitch studio or whatever, there's a button that I can press to like put a bookmark there so I can remember it later. But I'm damned if I know where that button is. I know it exists. I'm a professional, y'all. This is what I do for a living. Matt Powell video coming out on Friday. It's a fun one. Oh, fucking Matt Powell.
I haven't talked about him in a super long time.
So he says that his evidence for the flood is irrefutable. No evolutionist can refute these claims. And
oh, perfect.
So it's half stuff that I've already refuted. So like most of my response to him is just go watch this other video. I've already dealt with that in great detail. And the other half of it is, this shit is so crazy, I can't even find other creationists saying it. So I don't even know what you're claiming here. So remember, yeah, I guess you win. I can't refute it because it's just so crazy. I don't even know what you're saying.
Remember, gamers want to drink Mountain Dew and nothing else.
No, it was Coke. It was Coke.
It was Coke. Oh, okay. He's not even hip with gamer culture. Got it. And he's also the pterodactyls were in the Civil War guy.
I have a montage of stupid things he said. It's the air in space, the pterodactyls in the Civil War, the T-Rex evolved its legs into chicken wings. The African American, if African Americans evolved from other Americans, how come there's still African Americans that are around today? That's an actual thing that he said.
But in space, wouldn't it be a different scenario based on the fact that, you know, the space and the air in the space is much different than the air we have here? That out of his mouth go burning lamps and sparks of fire leap out. The dinosaurs they discovered have the dragons they've discovered have chambers in the back of their head so where they can breathe fire. But that's just a couple things. I mean,
if it's about survival of the fittest and we evolved from African Americans into other Americans, what about the African Americans that are still alive today?
Well, I don't see anything wrong with quote mining. I believe if we study history, you know, the Confederates were able to shoot pterodactyls.
T-Rex, they had short, stubby arms. And apparently now the chicken's able to do a handstand with those arms.
Think about this. We have more in common genetically in certain areas with a gorilla than with an ape. Yet they say genetically we evolved from apes. We can tell based on genetics.
Honestly, John, I don't know a ton of technical terms. I'm very simple when it comes to science. I just enjoy simple science.
Oh my God, it's so great. I wish I had it queued up so that I could just press a button and play it right now. It's like it's like a minute and a half of just him saying the stupidest shit you've ever heard. And you know what? He's the person that, like, I will go the hardest on him because he is just such a piece of shit, and he has demonstrated that he's a piece of shit that, like, I don't care that I am making fun of his intellectual capabilities. Like, normally I'd be
So I'm perfectly fine making fun of his intellectual capabilities because I've had him on my show.
Have you? You're gonna have to send me the link. I don't remember.
Science, during the time that me and a bunch of other content creators were making fun of science, falsely so called, I believe it was episode 3. Matt Powell came into my chat, and every single one of the people who was going over the movie with me went, yeah, bring him in. So Matt became one of the people on the panel critiquing his own movie, where we kept telling him how fucking stupid he was.
So he actually in my comments on one of my videos responding to him, he challenged me to like have a live discussion with him. And then he deleted that comment before I saw it. Like somebody else sent me the screenshot of it. So I know he's aware of me. I know he watches my stuff. He has actually modified his arguments in response to things that I have said. So like I know he watches anytime I respond to him, but he's afraid to talk to me. He has never talked to me. Like I know he's talked to John. Apparently he's talked to you. But he's afraid of me for some reason. So, yeah, fuck. Matt Powell. Like, somebody clip this too so I can send it directly to Matt Powell. But, like, Matt Powell, I will have you on my channel. We can have a live stream, you and me. I would love that. I would fucking love that. But also, I think he's afraid of me because I'm not afraid to make him feel like shit. Like, normally I would be nice to people. I give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, for, like, one of my recent videos, the guy that I was responding to, he gave me vibes of like, I think there's something going on mentally. Like there's a mental, like he might be autistic. There's something going on there. And there were times when it was like affecting the points that he was making that I just overlooked because like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna stoop to that level. Cause I like, whatever, that's not something he has control over. Let him be. Also, my partner is convinced that I am autistic and I have at least one autistic child, possibly two. So like, I'm not gonna condemn someone for being autistic or whatever. But like with Matt Powell, he's just like, there's such irrefutable evidence that he is just a piece of shit as a person that I don't care. If I make him feel bad, that makes me happy because he is someone who deserves to feel bad. Like there are other people that's like, yeah, no, whatever. That's just a part of your personality quirk. I'm just gonna let it slide. But like Matt Powell, like that cupcake thing that Ocean posted. Somebody reviewed the hat, so
the abusive cupcake.
Yeah, the abusive cupcake thing is like, no, he emotionally manipulates his followers. He probably does the same thing to his family. Oh, you have a request for the Octo hat? Okay, fine. We'll do Octo hat instead of that one. I like the Octo hat. And I paid a lot of money for this thing because this was an Etsy thing.
I'm trying to see which
so, like,
episode.
This was a hand-knitted Etsy hat by someone, and I paid way too much money for it. So yeah, if you request the Octo hat, you get the Octo hat.
God, was it in episode 3?
Dither says the fact that he's a dad still baffles me. Yeah, no, he still comes across as like an awkward teenager.
Yeah, he does. Okay, so I can't figure out exactly which point in which episode it was, but I remember him coming on at one point. So I've got a link to the playlist where it was like episode 1 was, I think, me, Bionic Dance, Frustrated Atheist, and Shay. Episode 2 is like me and Aaron Raw and a few other people. But I don't remember which guest was on when he came into the chat. And that would help me because each episode had a different set of guests.
Oh, Monorail says, but he lives under Kent Hoven's roof. I think him and Kent Hoven had a falling out.
They had a falling out. They're not. I made a video on that talking about it like it was a divorce.
Yeah, it seems like it. 10VP says, my uncle tried to pull me into some hate my wife jokes and I just gush and brag on her. She's great. Yeah, absolutely. That's where I'm at too. Because like there are times when like I kind of have this thing where like the idea of her being gone, me getting the house myself is like exciting at first. And then as soon as it actually happens, like, well, what do I want to do with myself? Well, I kind of wish she was here so I could spend time with her. Because I like doing that. Like, okay, well, I guess I'll figure something out to do by myself. I suppose I could play some video games. because that's something she doesn't really do with me. But I also don't really do that all that much myself. So yeah, I don't get the whole hate my wife jokes thing. Like,
I don't either. I feel like if you don't like your partner, leave them.
yeah, that's like breaking up is fine. I wish there was not a social stigma to breaking up. It's like if you don't, yeah, don't give me that look. I'm not talking about me breaking up with you right now. We love each other. No, I don't think there should be a stigma with that, because like you shouldn't feel ashamed to tell your friends and family that like, oh yeah, no, we turns out we weren't really compatible, so we're parting ways. That should be fine, because that's best for everybody. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't things that, like, if there are difficulties in a relationship, you can work it through. Like, we have had our difficulties in our relationship. Like, I know when we were doing our couples stream thing, before we kind of put that on hiatus so she could focus on her school. We were always talking about like, yeah, we never really fought because we would just like talk it out. We have had a fight since then, but we still ended up just talking it out.
Because you're functional human beings.
Yeah. And like, not all the issues are solved. We're still dealing with some pretty difficult shit, but like, we're doing it together and we want to help each other. And like,
conflict is,
if either of us didn't feel that way, then be like, then it's okay to break up. So
conflict is okay in relationships, and recognizing that is a healthy thing. And
also
think
recognizing
more
when you're
people
just
need to
not
talk about that.
compatible is okay. And like the whole idea of like staying together for the kids, like we got to stay together, and then once all the kids turn 18, we'll break up. It's like, no, you are creating a toxic home environment for the kids.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, breaking up might be more difficult when there are kids involved, but sometimes that would actually be best for the kids. And I say that, like, we have one kid in particular who is likely trans, whose father is anti-trans, and has actually told the child, I am going to withhold certain aspects of fatherly affection unless you have the gender identity that I prefer, even when you're not with me.
Then he's a piece of shit.
I am aware of that. And yet that is a source of extreme frustration for us, especially because the other child feels the need to earn his validation and love. So the other child who is not trans will tell on the trans child, be like, oh, no, that child was being a girl.
Oh, God fucking damn it.
So,
really?
Yeah, so it's a bit of a nightmare of a situation. And I fucking hate it. And she fucking hates it. But like, if we were not on the same page, the last thing the kids need is another area of conflict in there. So like, it'd be best for the kids if we were on the same page there. So like, if we weren't, breaking up might be okay. But like, we are on the same page, and the best we can do is hope that the kids know that like the kids will recognize that like our place is where they are safe and can be who they are. And like, even if their father gets under their skin and is like, oh no, we're like, I'm a boy now instead of a girl. It's like, okay, then we'll treat you as a boy until you tell us otherwise, and we'll still let them lead that. Because like, that's the thing. Like all these anti-trans people, they try and paint the picture of like, we're trying to push them to be trans. But like, no, I want these kids to have a good relationship with their father, because that would be best for them. But so if they come back and be like, oh no, I'm not trans because that's what dad wants, be like, okay, we'll let you make that choice. But like, if you change your mind later, we'll still be here for you. And long term, they'll know which parents were on their side.
Yeah, they'll be able to figure that out in time.
Yeah. Anyway,
Still a fucked up situation.
before I accidentally say things that will get me in trouble,
Yeah.
which I don't think I've done yet, but there have been a couple streams where I've cut some things out.
Nixie Chan, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream?
Yay, raid!
The stream sponsored by... No, not really.
Nobody ever raids me. But that's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's... Nobody knows. Nobody knows who I am on Twitch. I got my 18 viewers. I'm happy. Yeah, no, I'm primarily a YouTube guy, so raids aren't really a thing on YouTube.
And you've got a fuck ton of people watching over on YouTube right now.
I do.
Not even
like
gonna lie.
155, that's not bad. That's pretty good.
Incredibly good.
That's better than my main channel usually gets. So like, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you are doing fantastic on the YouTube end.
That was not meant as a complaint. It's just kind of a like old man doesn't understand the Twitch. I'm here because I have to be. But the 18 of you who watch on Twitch, I appreciate you.
I am in the opposite. I am now at 14 people watching on my live channel and 70 something watching on Twitch because I have not been able to keep my streaming up the way I'm supposed to. That is an entirely on me thing.
Fennec says, "Hi, friends," which I assume is directed at the people that just showed up in your thing.
I would hope so. Maybe.
Nefarious
possibly.
Name of Doom says, "Yay, Daddy likes us." I like all my viewers. If you actually like come here and want to hear what I have to say when I'm 3 beers in, I appreciate you.
You're a cool person.
Oh, that's why I can't see some of them. My chat is set to top chat for some reason instead of live chat. There we go. There we go. Sorry, 10VP. Apparently you weren't top chat, but you are live chat. So there we go.
YouTube 101.
I changed that earlier, and I have not changed this window since then. So it like automatically refreshed it into top chat. It's like I don't get that. Fuck you, YouTube. You suck.
Okay, Charles says, what's the point of top chat? So if you are a streamer who has regularly, say, 400 or 500 viewers at a time...
You can explain that. I'm going pee.
Cool. But if you're a streamer who regularly has like 400 or 500 viewers at a time, top chat actually is better in a lot of ways because when people spam you, you don't have to deal with it if you are using top chat. It's mainly for that. It protects you from spam. That's the primary reason it's there. But yeah. Axo says just don't have balls. Axo, that doesn't work for everybody. That works for like you. And yeah, that's about it. Just you. Miona says, I just had a brilliant idea. I'd totally buy it. You guys should do Nekosaurus / Rhino anime waifu beach scene t-shirt. You could totally split the revenue. So there actually is a beach scene thing of our characters already that Pernia did. And we can try. Like, there's no reason we couldn't give it a shot, but I don't think it's going to be as successful as you think. Just from experience. That's all. It says drinky glug glug. Fine, I'll do a glug glug drink. I'll do that. That is a thing that I can manage to a degree, probably. To a degree. I should probably look at the watering hole chat, right? That'd be a good thing for me to do. But I need to actually switch it from top chat to live chat over there too. Or YouTube is just not going to let me see that chat no matter what I do. That's cool. I adore when YouTube doesn't work. It's my favorite. It is my absolute favorite. I've refreshed that page now and it's not doing anything. God, YouTube is such a functional website. Also, isn't it cool how Rhino left a drop-down menu the entire time? That's hilarious. We just have a drop-down menu, Rhino. Hey, look, the drop-down menu's gone. That's so cool. Well, welcome back to your own stream, buddy. I can't hear anything you're saying.
That's because I was smart and I muted myself when I left.
You don't want us to hear you
I just-
frying chicken in your toilet?
I just wasn't smart enough to unmute when I came back. No, as to top chat versus live chat, so I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 chat windows open. So there's one that is the restream. Like all of the chat messages go there. And then I have the social stream, which is the tool that I use to highlight chat on Twitch. And then there's the actual Twitch chat, and then there's a window with the YouTube chat, which there, thanks to a Firefox extension, I can also highlight things through that one, so I don't need a 5th window open. So I will read the chat through the Restream one because that's all of the chat messages combined together into one place, so it's easier for me to figure it out. But then when there's one that I want to highlight, I have to go find it in one of the other windows. And so when I have the YouTube chat set to top chat instead of live chat, sometimes it's not there and I just get confused. And if I knew how it determined what something, like what made a top chat versus a live chat, then I might be comfortable leaving it on top chat and just ignoring the ones that don't make it there. But
That's entirely fair.
I don't know how it makes that determination.
I don't know how it filters it either. I really don't. But, you know.
Yeah, and there have been so many things that, like, I've wanted to highlight, and then it's like, oh no, it's just not available in my chat window because I forgot to change it to live chat. It was like,
doesn't it usually
it's not very good at figuring
default?
out what's chat. Yeah, it defaults to top chat for me.
Huh.
Exo says, Rhino asked us about being an attorney. Were you talking about being an attorney when I was emptying my bladder?
Ulu? No, I wasn't. But Axo found an attorney at law that's literally just called like Cirrus and Attorneys, and was like, "Is this you?" Like, no, it's not me. But
are you sure?
I'm fairly certain it's not me.
Donald Jaramillo says T-pose shirts. Always look on the bright side of life. Come on, you gotta whistle. Whistle, Cirrus.
I refuse to do that into a microphone because you are my friend.
So are you saying that I'm not a good friend since I just whistled at you?
I couldn't hear it because thankfully your microphone is a good friend to me. But yes, actually, generally, if you whistled into a microphone and I caught it, that would be ear-splittingly painful.
I do purposely like move back from the microphone when I do it.